Are we on?
Ooh.
We live, baby.
Hey, y'all. Welcome back to another episode of Root to Fruit Podcast, a non-perishable content.
We're going to count this as season 2. I'm your girl, El Renee.
We've been counted at season 2.
I know, but I want to start over.
Okay.
We did one episode last year. It was like season 2.
From the top. Okay, yeah, this is season 2.
Bring it back. Season 2.
Episode 1.
Episode 1, yeah. Yes.
Oh, God, I'm so
Happy
excited
2021.
today. I know. Same to you.
How's it been?
You know what? I can't even lie. It's been different.
Mm-hmm.
At first, I was like, it ain't gonna be no difference. But you know what I've learned so quickly now?
Mm-hmm.
I've learned that self-care is more than just getting your hair done, getting your nails done, getting your feet done, getting a massage. But it's also about investing in yourself for the future.
Right.
Setting yourself up for real. Like I enrolled in this business class.
Come on.
I'm like on fire for real. So I'm like, I'm really starting to invest in me. Yeah. So I'm excited.
Well, congratulations, man.
Let's put
a pin in. Right, let me put a pin in right there because I thought this was gonna be brief, but I see it's going somewhere else. So let's go ahead. I'm gonna introduce our special guest today, and then we're gonna jump back into what's been going on with us. So as you see, we have a beautiful ray of light sitting with us today, and I had this long spiel, like how you do in church, the introduction of the speaker, but Duana, am I saying that right? Duana, and I learned that when I was on your launch, your Zoom. Yes. So Miss Duana. If you all have not seen my personal page or anyone's page by now of us sharing her morning minutes of motivation, sharing about her beautiful journal series that she's come out with. I mean, this woman, I don't even know, honestly, where she came from on my radar. She just showed up one day a year or two ago and has been, consistent in pushing her people in some kind of way or another, whether it just be her style, she's always on point, she's always pushing confidence and style, and she has a story, and that's what I know drew me to her personally, was how she pressed through probably one of the most trying times of her life, and there's so much more, and she's going to tell us all about herself. Y'all, welcome Miss Duana Barnes to Root to Fruit Podcast. If I left anything out, please feel free to,
No, you've done enough. Hey, everybody. Thank you so much.
Give us your intro. Come on.
Right. You gotta do
the intro.
How could you not?
Thank you so much. Darling.
Yes.
So I am Duana Barnes, also known as the Darling or D or Kush or the Encourager. Mm-hmm. And I am grateful to be here today. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
We so glad to have you, honey bun.
Get you. All right. So now I had to get her included because I didn't want me and Fee to be talking and then she's not. Y'all, who is this lady? But right. So 2021 is off to an awesome start for you, Fee. Good. The business class, I'm excited. I actually looked up something today, but you know what? I'm learning to pace myself because what I usually do at the beginning of the year, I overload. I want to do everything. I want to work out. I want to read. I want to meditate. I want to. Which you can do it, but then once I get so overwhelmed, I'm learning that's when I stop because I done put so much on my plate. So I'm just going to pace myself. I have a baby coming in April. And I want to go back to school. I'm really intentional about that and figuring out if that's, a part of my path now. So that's where I am, preparing for baby TCJ to be here.
Yay.
We have come up with a name and I'm excited. You know where I was kind of at the end of last. I was a little unsure, y'all, about, this motherhood thing again, but God has really blessed me and my support system is amazing. So I'm excited to see what's to come in our future.
Me too.
Miss Duana, what's going on with you?
Listen, I haven't went live in so long, and I am trying.
You know what? Me too. I was sitting here
I'm gonna get it.
I just said forget
it. Y'all. I see me again. I just want them. I don't know how that I should put it so that they can see everything? Is that
it could be on you. That's fine. It's your live, so.
Or either you can share this live.
Oh yeah, so
and then it'll show on your page.
Now listen, now you asking a lot. Do what?
Look, y'all, we're gonna pause for it. Oh yeah,
she got in her.
Don't just share it later.
Okay, yeah. I can do that.
Yeah, they know we here. That's okay. It's all about you right now. So
yes, darling.
So tell us a little bit about yourself. Oh, a lot of bit about yourself.
A lot of bit
about myself. Okay, I'll try to make it kind of sweet and short.
Take your time.
Okay. Well, I am Duana, and what started my journey was I became a widow in 2018. I want to say I was 31, 32. And that's another thing, like with so they say, like, when you get pregnant, like, before you get pregnant, you remember all these things. And then after you had a baby, you kind of have, like, so I had that. So they called it widow's brain. So
wow.
I wasn't really keeping track of time or any of that. So I just kind of was going through the motions. But with that, I just made a few promises to God that I got to keep. Because I begged him for a few things, and he kept his promise to me.
Right.
And so, but one of the things I do recall saying is that if I make it out of this alive, I'm going to be an encourager. And I'm going to do that to everybody because that's what I needed and I wasn't getting it.
Wow.
And so I had to be it for me and I had to be it for other people. And I'm okay with that.
Right.
I'm okay with that. But I realized no one was coming to save me. So, and that's okay. That's okay.
That is big, though.
But I realized that nobody was coming to save me and I had to save myself. And so that's what, So.
That's what sparked your journey. So before that, like, I like to know before that, you know, that before that
I had different type of traumas, but this one just kind of hit differently. But I was raised by my grandmother. Before that, I was really happy with life. I had a husband, I had a house. I had the things that people want that I really didn't want, but it came to me. And so, like, people were like, oh, I can't wait to get married.
You didn't ask for it. Like, you didn't dream about a wedding. See?
Same. I mean, I knew I wanted to be a wife, but I ain't dream about it. Like, I can't wait.
Like, I've been thinking about this since I was 5.
Yeah, no.
Then I already had the colors picked out, everything.
Where the candy,
exactly.
Where the house. I wasn't thinking about that. And so I thought he was really crazy because he really asked to marry me, like, really on. And but in my family, I also didn't see it. And if they weren't younger, they were older married couples.
Right.
And so what worked in 1950,
right.
2004 and 2014 are different things.
Exactly.
And so, but I never really had, like, it was just great. Like, we were workers. We had side businesses. We just lived. So whatever we wanted to do, we didn't have kids. So whatever we wanted to do, we just pretty much did. But it was just good. It was a really good life.
Right.
But then it got shooken up. And I said this earlier, but pain it has a way of changing you, and death changes you even more.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You either grow from it or you die too.
Right.
You die too. And even though I begged to die, I really knew I wasn't ready to die. It was just the pain. I needed an escape.
Right.
And I needed that. So
God gave you a whole different outlet. Because he knew all of us.
And I said, I'm on a living spree. And so I live privately.
Do you
That's
think
good.
I do. Like, okay, tell me what you know about me.
That's true, though. Now I was really sitting here thinking about, like, I really don't know.
Because her
I
personality.
know her, but I don't really know her.
No, I'm lying.
You lied, baby.
Right.
Because
I love that. I absolutely love that, though.
I have nothing to prove. I only have something to prove to me.
Because I don't even know what you do. Like, if you do anything
else.
like, you like nephew, like, you like Tommy, dude. She got a job.
Perfect. It's so perfect. And I worked really hard for that. Because that trauma was made so public, and I would have preferred it to be private. So it pushed me out of my comfort zone.
Right.
And now I can't go back there.
And that's interesting to hear that because, like I said, I don't even know how we connected. But I just remember seeing you. That's how I was introduced to you, seeing you posting. It was like, I think around his homegoing service, and I saw you in this beautiful dress. And I'm like, who is this? I want to say somebody maybe shared it or something, but I'm like, she is beautiful. And then you would start posting the videos of you and him and just saying, you know, your inserts. And I'm like, she is so amazing. Like, and she's doing this publicly, which is something I connect to because I'm very transparent and open. Like, that's healing. Like she is healing before our eyes.
I didn't wow.
And I didn't know you prior, so I didn't know you were natural.
None of this is me though.
Yeah.
So with my people and my friends, I could do this all day long.
Yeah.
But to be in front of like, even this makes me nervous. It does.
Lies.
And I feel it though. I feel it.
But my thing is, everything that makes me uncomfortable, I'm doing.
You have to.
I'm doing.
That's
so
good.
Dating, the thought of loving someone else again.
Come on, I need to put it in my notes because we need to talk about that.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Career wise, even this, we have things in us and we feel like we need more.
Yeah, it's like already there.
We just need more, and it's already there. We just have to find it and perfect it. And so that's what I'm doing, and I'm just doing everything that's uncomfortable because I'm already stretched.
Wow.
I'm not going back to what I used to be.
Right.
No, I can't go back there. I don't belong there.
Right.
I don't fit.
But you asked for it, too.
I did ask for it.
And that's the thing about it when you ask for it. You don't know.
You forget about your prayers, but he never does.
He like.
And the thing is, we're expecting our prayers to be tomorrow. It's going to be like 2 months, 2 years. So that's why I suggest that people write it down.
Yes.
Because when it happened, you did answer it. Look at God.
Right, yeah.
Go back. Yes. I've been more intentional about that. Yeah. I have and I took a lot. I'm telling you, I was rearranging my living room, and on your live when you launched, your journal series, and you were talking about your journals. Like I probably have as many journals as this backdrop.
Me too.
And I will start. It's specific. This is for this. This is for this. This is for that. But I would always stop because everything is up here. But I've been very intentional this year about writing it down. Whether it's just how I feel, like I'm pissed off. At this moment. I heard you say that on P3's show this morning. I give myself 20 minutes. And I asked the question. I said, okay, you literally timed the 20 minutes?
Time it.
Like you set a timer?
Yeah. I got to.
Seriously? That works.
Oh, I'm so retarded. Y'all, I'm looking at my phone. And
I see you too. And I'm like, what is she looking for?
She ain't even helping me. I'm patting me down. Lord have mercy. So there's a timer on my phone that's for 30 minutes, and it goes off. And what I told them is, so I give myself 30 minutes to be angry. I don't go over 30 minutes. Here's the thing. You will never get this day back. So you must be great in this day. And so what if you were angry for 30 minutes and it went into like 45 minutes? And then you hit by a car and your life instantly changed. But if I wasn't angry, I would have seen the car.
Right. Or
I would have seen the person I hit.
Exactly.
But we don't pay attention to that. So 30 minutes, my timer go off. I instantly go to YouTube. And like I said, I'm looking for Army deployed people. So any type of service, I love when they come home. Yeah, and they just light up because you don't know what's going on with your people. Or I'm looking for people when their kids start to walk or proposals. How you gonna be, girl, when you get married?
Yeah, so that's how you come out of it.
Yes, that's how I come out of it, and I stay out of it because I need someone else's gratitude. Yes, I need to see their gratitude.
Okay,
and then it reminds me of mine. I'm over that.
Right.
So so is it not like, okay, at 4:00 every day, that's my angry time, or it's within that moment of anger?
In that moment of anger.
Okay.
I'm probably angry a few times a day.
Right, but within that moment of anger, you give it that time. I absolutely love that.
Yeah, that's
because I wrote that on my comments because those moments can turn into years, and you're holding. I'm a victim and guilty of that, holding anger.
Have you ever gotten service angry?
In service anger?
Like someone serviced you and they were angry.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How did you want it?
No.
Okay. Now, have you ever gotten service of someone joyful, energetic?
I want more. Right.
I need this. Thank you.
Yeah.
But somebody angry, no, don't ask them for nothing. We just gonna eat.
Oh, come on. I see where you're going.
Yeah, that right there. I always want to be that. I want to be that. Give me more. I want to be contagious. I do.
You are.
I do.
That's so
like
cute.
That.
I love it. Y'all.
We got people.
We're going to give it happy. We're going to utilize because it's just so, it is so authentic and it's so dope. I'm super, super, super happy for you in this season.
I am excited. I'm excited about all the things that God is doing for me privately as well.
Yeah.
Everything doesn't have to be public.
We don't have to share
everything. But because that's the platform that we're on, that we have to share.
Yeah.
Sometimes we can overshare.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
But here's the thing about us sharing. We think everyone is going to be happy for us, and we look for the like.
Right.
But you got to make sure you
subconsciously, because a lot of people say, "I don't want." That's the only reason why we posted it.
Why you post it?
That's it. because you want somebody to respond.
Want somebody to like it.
Yeah. Yeah.
We are a selfie generation, but then we post it for people to like.
Yeah. That's true.
Why do you need them to like you? Every day I have to make sure that I like me before anybody else
exactly.
like me. Therefore, when you don't, I'm okay. And it's no offense to you, but I have to like me and love me better than you do.
Right.
Because then your opinion will always matter. I'm always trying to satisfy and chase your opinion of me.
That's real.
Felt.
Can we get a witness in the audience?
Felt.
Wow.
Felt.
Yes. This is good. Shout out to Felder. We can see some of the comments on the
She was supposed to be here. What
I
happened?
know.
She was here earlier.
She fake.
We want her to be a guest host, but she did say she wanted you to, because I guess she know herself. She has a tendency she can take over.
Okay.
She got a bit of a takeover spirit sometimes. So maybe she knew, and I appreciate you for that, Diamond. We love you. Thank you for tuning in. We had some questions.
A whole bunch of
questions. So we just gonna, some good questions. So we're gonna let it flow, but I do want to, hear. Since we don't know you, see if we can pull up out of you a little bit.
What you on?
Well, you can go.
Oh, the questions. I thought she was on her page.
No, I'm on the questions. The questions.
Oh, okay. So so we try to create some questions so we can get to know our guests, our people, so that our viewers can know you as well. So we have a slew of questions, like I said. So the first one I had was, what are the 3 people who have been the most influential to you?
My goodness. Number 1, my grandmother.
Okay.
Number 2, a former doctor that I used to work for. Her name is Dr. Peggy Leonard. She's no longer a doctor, but she will always be doc to me. She's a older white woman, but when I started working for her, I was really young and stuff was just happening. And she always just showed empathy and was, you know what I mean? And even after I stopped working for her, even after the transition of my husband, she was always still there. I would say the third would be a group and would be my family. In different ways, I am just really big on family.
Right.
That's what's up.
And I have a large family, and they're dysfunctional, but they're mine.
They're beautiful.
And I don't get no other people.
Right.
They're mine.
Yeah. That's right.
I hide from them.
I feel you.
But not during quarantine. I heard you say 8, 9 to a house.
There was so many of us in that house.
But I bet you that was so much fun, though, man.
Much fun. But we had routine. We'll go for a walk, and then there's breakfast, then there's lie down.
Yeah.
And then
nap time.
Then we're up for brunch or lunch, whatever it may be. Or probably dinner. Sometimes and then we'll come down for a family movie, and then we'll go back and lie down.
Yeah,
and so.
So what else we gonna do?
So what else we gonna do?
Right.
So and we'll play little games some days, but not every day. So we just respected each other's space, and my house is honestly big enough to do it. So I'm really grateful for that. And we had enough bathrooms. There was enough supplies. Yeah. So we didn't run out of anything. God
y'all had
was really
tissue.
faithful. Tissue. And it was soap for after. And so, God is just really faithful, and it's been really good. It hasn't been bad, but that too was uncomfortable for me because I invited people into my private space, and so my father was already there, but then my mother came after she asked what she could do after my husband passed, and I told her, and then she brought one of my brothers, and then I didn't think that my other brothers would come. Usually where your mom is, they come,
right?
And so, but I forgot about the abuse that my dad used to do to my mom. Wow. And now she has to see him every day. So that created a different atmosphere that I'm used to. So it's been really uncomfortable for 2 years, but I was already uncomfortable. Let's just finish it.
As well, add a little more.
I said, you leaving or you staying? She said, I'm staying. All right, but let's do it as long as we can.
Yeah.
Or as long as I need you, and then we'll just go from there. So, yeah.
Okay.
I'm so glad you brought up family, because my next question was, what was your childhood like?
Briefly, surface.
It was great. It was great. I grew up with my grandmother raised me because I had an alcoholic and abusive father, and then my mother was a functioning drug addict. So, and all my cousins was
and
over there.
It was still beautiful.
It was still good. good. Like we didn't go without anything. Yeah. Like I don't remember being left with strange people. Mm-hmm. I don't remember like going without anything. And then one day she just asked how would I feel about living with my grandma. I guess they had gotten too much, and I can respect her for being a woman and saying that instead of just leaving me somewhere. Where, and so all my cousins were at my grandma's house. Why wouldn't I?
Like bet, pack my stuff up.
Right, ain't that how it is?
There and cut up though, because I knew it wasn't nowhere else for me to go.
Yeah,
like, I couldn't cut up. So when I cut up, it was on the DL. It wasn't like real loud like my cousins. But yeah, so yeah, it was good.
Mm-hmm. But that's the thing about back in the day when you had a family member who was like on drugs, opposed to now. Mm-hmm. Like back then they could function. Now it's like
no, they don't function.
Oh, no. It's so bad. Like. We ain't know.
No.
I didn't know either.
I think all of us
we ain't know.
Had somebody very close.
Of course.
My dad, my mom tell me stories about him laid out on the kitchen table or sitting in front of the refrigerator, and I had no clue because whenever I saw him, he was moving and shaking, doing his thing. So yeah,
we definitely
had
every
Jordans come out. Me and
hello,
hello. So like I really didn't know, and then what happened was my brother, who doesn't speak to my grandmother because he was drug dealing, and she just told him don't come around her with that. And so for years he didn't come around. But I guess one of his people served my mom, and he noticed her, and he respectfully put it like his gun down and all of that, just emptied himself, and he went to my grandmother, and she said, "Let me see your pockets." Yeah. And he had to empty his pockets, and he didn't have anything, and he said, "I'm coming to you because I got to tell you this, and I think you need to check on her." And so when my grandma checked on me, I was like, "We fine." I didn't know that something was going on because, like I said, we were good, and so, or I thought we was, and so, my grandma asked me how I would feel, but before that, it was my mother, and then I just said I would be okay, and then like a few weeks later, it just happened to be like my grandma came and talked to me, and my mom, and that was that.
And let me ask you this, because I love the openness about you talking about your family. Have you had this discussion, like with your family about your stories that you share? How do
No, it's really funny. So I got, everybody got them aunties. Yeah. And so I got that one auntie that's a little older. Hey, auntie. That call my grandma and tell her everything. Like, Patty, you know your baby said.
She's told the internet.
And so I just, I just usually keep them. And so let me I don't know if y'all have a grandma, but if y'all do, please go see her and sit with her.
I will.
There's nothing like a chat with your grandmother.
You ain't lying.
Man.
And so I just, I'll put a video up and I'll show her. She just go through all of it. Yeah. She's just laughing. And so my grandma's just, she's amazing. She's really amazing. And she's just an encourager as well. And she's always been a supportive, a great supportive system for me and my family. So, yeah. And now she's the last surviving sibling of all of her siblings, So she's our glue. She has been our glue.
Good. Well, that's why I want to give these disclaimers. I want to tell my story, but I feel kind of obligated to let people know, I'm going to be writing about you now, just so but then it comes up in my head, if you didn't want to be a part of my story, then you may have should have not treated me better, but it's the truth that's going to be displayed. And I just always wonder how that makes others feel, knowing that truth is being put.
They part of my story, so
and it's not with ill intention.
It's not with ill intention. Ill intention, and I just tell my part with them.
Yeah,
and not like my part about them.
Exactly.
So like my mother just celebrated 18 years clean.
Yes.
Ooh, shout out to her. Yeah.
What a shout track here. Hold on. Yes.
Inquired or whatever it is that you do for your masters.
Yeah.
So she's gonna come on. So listen, my mom.
No, for real. That's dope.
She's really good. She is really good. My father, on the other hand, daddy's son, it's a little different.
That was so cute. I heard that on P3.
But that's okay. That's okay. You know what I mean? So you can't control everything. Just control what you
can. Right.
I love it. Go on, mama, getting their masters.
Yes, Lord, please don't drive us crazy.
Ah, love it. Okay.
All right, next question.
Let's see here.
You gonna ask?
You gonna go down? We can skip around.
Go ahead.
We be cutting up, y'all. Hold on. Let's see.
Our notes.
Right. All wrong.
I thought she was looking at somebody was saying something.
Oh. Yes, you better
Mama
shout
Cheryl.
out my mama.
Yes, Mama Cheryl. Yes, and you know what? It was so funny because my mom, we had a heart-to-heart last night, And I don't even know where it came from. We went out to eat and came home, and I had to take a break before I go upstairs. So I sit down before I go up. And so she sat down with me, and we were just talking, and it was I'm going to say the story for later, but just this part, she was inquiring about school. Like, I don't even know, what a bachelor's is. And I'm like, well, it's not too late. Exactly. You'll be 64 this year. It's 80-year-olds who are going just to go, and you can go undecided. You don't have to go for this or that. Right. Go just to go. Well, then that's what school is. So we're going to get you in there, and then we're going to figure it out on the way. So that really blessed me with that. Like,
yeah, but I feel like that's how we are in life too, not just with school. We always think we have to have everything figured out.
Yeah.
And
right.
we don't.
Right.
Life doesn't come with a manual. So
exactly. Exactly.
No,
and that's because we see the end and what we want. And I told her, we don't want to go through the process. And I'm very guilty that I see what I want. I just want to get there. Yep. I don't want to inquire. I don't want to have to learn. I don't want to struggle. I just want to get there.
True, but if you get there too early, then you're not prepared.
Where's the lesson? Like, how can I help you get there if I just get there?
Because someone else going to want to know how you got there.
Yeah.
And you can't even tell them.
Exactly. I was sitting with some women, some entrepreneurs and business owners. I was sitting with some women's the other week. And they were talking, and it was so inspiring. They were talking about, and these are women I highly respect, but talking about, how they come home from working 9-10 hours, and they sit in their driveways and they cry. But then they go in the house and they would be mothers and their wives, and they get up and they do it all over again. But see, I was transparent. Like, that's not me. When it gets too hard, I'm retreating. I don't have time.
Yeah.
But that's not, I won't get the glory in the struggle. Like, I won't be able to go through, I would never see my end. A Pretty Big Deal will never flourish because when it gets hard, I'm not going forward. I'm not moving forward with it.
That's not true.
It's absolutely true.
You will, though.
I have to do the work.
And you will do the work. It's just like when situations happen, you just got to take a different route than what you thought.
But that's the fear of failure. I have a huge, we talked about that, fear of failure, which is a good segue into my question, but I fear not doing my best the first time.
Yep.
I don't know how to pick up all the time. You know what I'm saying? I do when it comes to life, regular life, paying your bills, things like that. But when it comes to that of what I'm trying to build, I struggle in that sense. Like, maybe it's not for me. Maybe I should just let it go.
Ooh, girl, so fear is a mother.
That's my next question for you. What is your biggest failure, and what did you learn from it? Like, what, if anything, you went to accomplish and you just,
I haven't had my biggest failure yet. My biggest failure is to die and not do everything that he promised me.
Well, we ain't worried about that, 'cause that's not going to happen.
No, I don't. Everything that I'm fearful of, I've faced. And that's the biggest thing for me to do, because if not, I'm running from it. And then that's kind of like you running from a dog that lives in your neighborhood. Every time you see him, he's just chasing you. And then one day you like, you know what? Let that dog come today.
Right.
And then you approach the dog and he ain't got no teeth. Nigga, you wasn't gonna even bite me. You wasn't gonna bite me.
Right.
Not dumb you down.
I'm about to kill you.
Or you just really, or he liked you and he just wants to be around you.
You see this dog, now you chasing him.
Yeah.
You better run.
You ain't got no teeth.
No, I ain't running. No, because I don't know.
Yeah.
A lot of things we're fearful of, we just stop and approach them. Honestly, it is. It's really not as deep.
It's not that,
as we make it, but we create this problem in our head and we make it.
Mom, I hope you tune in.
What it is,
she is.
We just make it bigger than what it is, and I'm just facing everything that I feel right now. So I really felt like a failure though when my husband passed.
Really?
Why?
I did.
Why?
Yeah, I did because of what people said.
Oh
gosh,
it was people.
I want to fight them because like,
they will mess you up. People will mess you up.
People did put that in my head that I killed him.
Oh no!
That I'm the reason that he died. People could just,
that just really made my head hurt. Like legit.
Yeah, but I understand that people were hurting, and I was the closest to him, or you know what I mean?
Right?
So, yeah,
that's sick.
Oh, that's sickening.
Yeah, and you do start to feel that way, and then I started to think, well, what could I have done differently? What could I have done more of? What could I have done less of? And so a lot of people were like, well, you always working. You was always doing this. But he gave me an order to keep going.
That was between you. That was in your house.
And I didn't have to tell everybody that.
That's right.
So he said, keep going. I kept going. And then what's crazy is I was going to a church. It's his family's church, or my family. I still hear the name. It's called Pleasant Hill Missionary Baptist Church. It's right up the street. Mm-hmm. And so they had women night, and I started going because he was in the hospital first, and then everything kind of happened. But they each gave us a term because I told them I do want to speak in front of people. I wanted to be that person. Now, this is before everything happened.
Right.
Even before I got my braces, I said, I'm going to get my teeth straight because I'm going to be talking in front of people. I want them looking at my mouth.
I know, I heard that,
yeah. So, it was my turn up. Mm-hmm. And it was like 6 to 8 weeks before. They gave me a lesson plan, and it was called From Fear to Faith.
Oh, what a setup.
Eat before you knew anything.
Before anything. Right now, he was just in the hospital, but he was still coming home.
Yeah.
That set me so far ahead. And I am forever grateful to the young ladies, Robin Johnson and Tara Barnes Posley, for that. I am forever grateful. They put me in front of their people. They ain't have to.
Right.
They ain't have to do that. You know what I mean? And even that was something.
Yeah.
Y'all just letting anybody preach over there. I wasn't even preaching. I'm
just
encouraging. I'm speaking, encouraging, and going over the lesson.
Right.
That's it. And just comparing it to my life or letting you talk and compare it to your life. That's all I was doing. But even then, here's what I realized now. I didn't know who I was.
They did.
But people that didn't like me or haters knew who I was.
Oh, yeah.
They're
always the first ones.
I didn't know
see
that.
it.
I didn't know why somebody would hate on me so
and you be wondering why, like, dang, I ain't even got nothing yet. Like,
right.
They know. They can see it.
Did.
But just like I said, I saw you on that picture. I saw you, but then I was like, I see hundreds of people every day on my timeline. But when you see somebody, you see them in a different way. And I saw you and was like, who is this woman?
Yeah, so you see what they represent.
You see it. It was on you. It's literally on you. And
but because if you've done something, like if that's always what you've done, you just
it's second nature to you.
What you done. Like, I always do that.
Right.
Yeah, right.
Man, it's so much more than that.
So, yeah. But to me, I feel like I figured out you're always the last person to see it.
Oh, yeah.
So
yeah, and you're always. It's hard for you to ever to really fully believe it. You just have to keep walking in what. True. And then I think for me too, that's the confusion. In you don't do it for people, but in what you do as a motivator and influencer, you rely so much on people and their response to you. Know what I mean? Like you want to make sure that what you're saying, how you're walking, is empowering others in a positive way. So it's almost like, I don't know, I get confused with that.
True, very true. But now it's gotten to the point where I really don't mind. I don't want to say I don't care. I don't know what another word would be.
I mean, I don't care.
Like, a lot of times, okay, so like a lot of times my videos don't get a lot of likes. Listen,
but they get a lot of them views though.
Right. It'd be like
1.2. That's what you got to look for. So at first I was looking for likes. But then I started searching on YouTube because I'm going on YouTube. I don't know when. But YouTube pay you by the view.
Oh, yeah.
But then I had to think about every message ain't for everybody. Every message. It's all of these messages that I've given y'all.
Right.
It's for me.
It's for you. You just sharing it.
It's for me. Now, if I share it and it resonate with you, then sis, we got something in common.
Right.
But all of this started with me because I was broken when I first started the Morning Minute. And nobody know that, but I was no longer bitter.
Right.
So I had to do something. I had to do something. No one, I didn't see it.
Right.
I didn't see it. And then if I did see it, I'm like, I can't watch this for long, girl. This ain't got me engaged.
Yeah.
Okay, Duana, what could you do to be different? Okay, you got that? Okay. Now you got to hit it. You got to be quick, and you got to get in, get out, but you got to make a point.
Yes, and that's what I love about it.
And I just started, just start because I wanted it all perfect. I wanted to have this,
and that's good,
girl. One day I was in my car, I was like, "Do it, okay? Let's do it." And I just did it,
and
it felt good, didn't it?
It did. It did.
And you doing it.
And I didn't know how people were going to respond.
I love that it's no more than a minute and 3 seconds. You are going to get the opening, the closing text, and all that in 1 minute. Literally, like, I love it because time is not on my side.
And I know people are busy.
Yes, but you get it. And, like, I'm one that's guilty. Sometimes I don't always give a reaction, but literally I can tell you I've watched probably all of your videos.
See?
You know what I'm saying? And I look for them now. Like, you didn't post the first couple of days of the year. I'm like, let me inbox her, see if she okay. Because it's a lot of it's confirmation. And that's what's beautiful for me because, like, this is the things I think about and I may be going through. And I'm like, I just need to hear it from somebody else's lips. Like, I'm on the right track.
And that's it. We just need reinsurance sometime from someone else or need to hear it. But a lot of times I do stuff and I try not to talk Ebonics and it comes out anyway. And I'm like,
let it flow.
But then
I know I'm all twisted.
I just let it go. Right. I just let it go.
Y'all understand what we're trying to say.
Y'all make it make sense, okay? I can't do everything.
Exactly.
Like, I can't do everything.
So what's the biggest misconception?
Girl, I was just looking at that question.
Come on, we on point. Yeah. What's the biggest misconception people have about you?
I don't know.
You don't know?
You don't even care.
Now
that's a whole nother level of peace.
I've never asked.
Felder, hold on. Felder said, man, when I heard her story, I was like, I must know her. This woman is amazing. When I was going through a tough time, she was there with me, no questions asked.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. See, that's something private I do. Felder, why you telling my business? Yeah. That's one of my privacies I do.
Right.
But yeah, I don't ask people. I don't ask for permission. I give permission. I'm not asking nobody for permission. If I was asking somebody for permission, I would have never started in my car.
You did.
I would have never started. Period. And I think that's a lot of times we keep asking for permission. Can we? Should we?
Waiting for the right moment.
And then we're asking people that aren't doing anything themselves.
Hello.
But we don't know that though, and I'm guilty of that because I've been looking at people like I'm gonna go. I need a mentor. What you do?
I ain't asking nothing. I'm gonna do it.
Just do it.
Just do it.
That was one of your recent ones. Do it anyway. Like do it
anyway.
Do it afraid. Do it. Yeah.
I always want stuff to be perfect. I always want stuff to be in line. Y'all know I supposed to been out that car. I should have been out of my car.
Right.
Not because I should have been out of my car, but I have grown comfortable and it's snug in my little seat.
Yeah.
It works out.
Right.
Because if I go bigger, now you got to see all of me.
Yeah.
Now you got to see the back of me. I got to make sure that.
Which is so cute.
So
is that your norm? Like that's your home decor, or that's like your setup?
No, that's just my little setup.
I'm gonna have to upgrade this little divider I got. It's so boring. That's really pretty.
Yeah. So, but no, just give permission. Stop asking permission.
Give permission.
Yeah,
that's good.
Stop asking for it.
Yep.
And you don't care about the misconceptions about you.
No.
So you don't hear anything that people say? Like,
I don't hear nothing.
She thinks she don't.
I haven't heard anything. Sorry.
She being sarcastic.
So ghetto. No, I haven't heard anything though.
That's
I haven't heard
good.
anything. They tell it to other people. They ain't gonna tell it to me.
That's
how I'm being truthful with you right here. I'm gonna have to be truthful with them.
Right.
Let them know I don't care. What bill did you?
And then your people not gonna bring it to you.
They really not.
Why?
So, and I just figure people that bring me back stuff from other people aren't my people. So therefore, I know how to treat you. Sis.
Listen, say that again.
Which part?
all
people that are your people aren't going to bring you back stuff that other people said.
That's real.
It. Them ain't your people. What's gonna happen is you gonna defend me.
Yeah,
and it ain't gonna never get to
right.
me.
That's right.
You gonna handle it.
There's certain people that other people can't talk to me about.
Yeah,
and if you try to be slick and do it, I know how to handle
exactly.
You. Absolutely. And that has come across me a few ways. Trying to be slick about something, but I'm not gonna get into an argument with you about other people. I just know how to handle you.
Right.
That's me though. Like you can't talk about Vonda.
Don't talk about nobody.
And then, because I'm coming back like, oh, girl, she said you.
Right.
Nope. I'm going to handle it right there.
Yeah.
Vonda won't even know about it.
Right.
Shouldn't even know about it.
Whether it's truth and whatever.
Period.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm going to give whether it's truth or whatever the situation may be. Yeah, that's what it is. That's what it is. Let's see here. I like that, and that's a practice for me. Like, I mean, and that's what I keep saying because of what I know because I felt for so long with my brand. It's for people, but it's for me.
Very true.
Oh, that's Miss Urban. I feel like that's my sticky note. I feel like if they want to know something, they should ask me.
So I can speak my truth.
Yeah, instead of getting it from a second or third party.
But you ain't got to tell everything either.
But that's like you said, people ain't gonna come, and that's how we should know it's not even worth your time. If they can't come to you in the beginning, it's not even worth the breath that you're breathing. And but that you have to grow. You know what I'm saying? We all, have entangled ourselves in mess and drama at one point or another, but that's where I am now. If you worry that much about me and what I got going on, I'm all over social media, everywhere. You can get in touch with me and ask me.
You really can.
Child, that's because they really don't want to know.
But here's the thing with gossip too. It's very
It's boring. It's nasty. It's heavy.
But before it was nasty, before it was heavy, we all kind of endured it.
It was kind of good though.
It was good, right? It
like,
was real good.
Girl.
And then one day, it became your own.
Yeah. Oh,
and you wanted people to be quiet about it.
Come on,
that's the part.
Quiet. You ain't want nobody to know.
Woe is me. Why everybody talking about me?
I can't stand that though. That makes me so sick.
But that's usually the turning point for you when the light's on you.
Yeah. And I never thought I was a gossiper. When he passed and all this stuff happened, I was like, they said what about me? Oh my God, girl. Yeah, no.
But and it's a thin line between like gossiping, being messy.
True.
Because you can be telling and even if it's true, it's still gossip. Even if you know what I'm saying, what you're sharing is, what really happened.
Very true.
It still can have a negative context. You know what I mean? So
I feel if you leave a conversation feeling a different type of way than what you felt the beginning about a person, that was gossip.
Yeah.
It's the intentions
if you feel, and
behind
now
it.
It's heavy. I feel heavy. I feel uncomfortable. Like it's not fun. If the resolve is not, whoa, that felt good. Cute. Thank you, girl. I'm not talking with my hands. I gotta keep my nails on. So, right. It's crazy, but yeah, I like to feel lighter after a conversation.
Right.
And I've even found recently, I would go to people about like if I were dealing with something with a friend, not for validation, but just for an unbiased opinion. Okay. But even that is. I feel it ain't even necessary. Like something recently, and I'm like, I'm not even going to address it or ask anybody about it because it's not going to bring me to a resolve with that person. So why even bring it over here?
True.
You know what I'm saying? You can give me what your opinion is about what you may think the issue, whatever, but it's still not going to solve it. So I'm just going to leave it where it is. And it's been peaceful. So.
True that.
Peace is a bigger bag, honestly, when you really
That's the bag, right.
It really is.
I keep having to put my little code in, like, oh my God.
Let's see. Diamond said, Duana. I just love saying your name like that. I may be overdoing it. What pushed you to say, girl, get these journals? Yes, I was trying to get to that. We'll get these journals done and out to the people. So first, because I'm not 100% clear with y'all because I hadn't ordered, I'm waiting on that one you said it sold out. I was about to order, but you said one of them was on back order.
Out, honey.
You said it was on back order.
It ain't.
It's back up?
Yeah.
Okay, well, good. We on.
I'm learning how to work things.
Okay.
I'm uncomfortable, but
all right, got that razzle dazzle. So how are your journals set up? Are they just like let's talk about that. Let's get into that. You have a journal series.
I do have a journal series. So when I lost my spouse, I had journals like you did, but there wasn't a journal that I felt like that resonated with me. Like I wanted to put how I felt today, what made me angry today. Heck, did I shower today? Because some days I didn't. Did I cry today? Who did I speak to today? Who pushed me today, or what pushed me today? Just different things that I wanted to do, and I didn't have that, so I bought a plain journal. And when I got to that section where I needed something else in it, I'll put it. Like, how did you feel?
Okay.
What memory do you have, or what do you miss? And so my grandmother always said, if it doesn't exist, create it. Now, when I was looking for it, I didn't see it. And so so I wanted to create it. And so my story is I begged to die. I asked to die, then I begged to die, and then I begged to live. And so after I figured out that he wasn't going to let me die and I can't die here or whatever. Okay, why do you still got me living?
Yeah.
What do you want from me? What can I do? And one day I'm sleeping, one of my depression naps, and it just said, do what you always done. Now I'm mad. I don't know what the hell that is.
Right. You're confusing me, brother.
Yeah.
Like, what's that?
So probably some time went on, and I'm just like, I want to write something. I want to do something. But what is it? And so I'm just thinking like, and one day I'm asleep, and it just came quiet like a journal. I popped up, and I wrote it down. And then I'm thinking, I've been writing in this journal for all this time. What is it for? Well, let me write it down and put it in my own journal and do it like that. And that's kind of what happened, honestly. See, people always think that God is going to come like, you're not going to hear him surrounded by noise. You're not going to hear him filling yourself with all type of things to be busy.
Yeah, come on.
I was broken, I was alone, and I was isolated. And so, for that reason, that's how I was able to hear him because I was alone with him.
Right.
I was at my lowest point and no one was talking but him.
And super vulnerable.
Yes.
Yep. Oh,
and you know what just resonated for me too? Was you begged God to die. And in a sense you did to your old self. You did.
True. Okay.
That old
right.
Duana
you're right.
is no more. So, yeah. Not in the way you wanted to. He's like, all right, I got you. I'm going to kill you off, but you going to still be alive, though.
Right, but I know it. Nothing happens until it's your time. But when you're so heartbroken,
like you just wanted it to be over.
You don't even care.
But the thing about God is that He doesn't patch up anything. He gives all things new. A new heart.
Come on, break that down.
Love,
yes,
joy, a new. So I wanted everything that I felt that the enemy took from me back. Why would you want that stuff back?
Yeah.
Hello, I say that all the time. Like I don't want it back.
It's kind of like getting your old weave back in.
Sometimes it can be lit. I was like, you can be revived though.
No, not washed, not detangled,
the old matter. Yeah,
the way it was because you took it out.
Yeah, that's a.
Why would you want that back?
Yeah.
When old things pass away, and then He gives all and make all things new.
That's
every day, literally.
No, give me a new heart.
Yeah.
Give me a new this. Give me a new. I started asking, be specific with Him.
I learned a hard lesson with that. God he plays game. He's so funny. He's so funny because if you just ask for it, he gonna. All right, I'm gonna give you this, but next time you gonna know to give me all the details. Mama Val, hey Mama Val. That's Fee Mama, y'all.
Oh Lord.
Mama Val said this year, do not be like Lot wife. And I wanted our producer to go back to that because of the way you ended one of your minutes.
I did.
She said, do not be like Lot's wife. You go forward and don't look back. When someone comes to you with old gossip and old talks about it. But that's how that Lot part, that Lot's wife, that's what I was like, go back to that. Yeah.
I did. Because so
don't look back. That's so heavy.
And that's the thing. And I never knew why Lot's wife turned into a pillar of salt.
Yeah.
And so
look back.
Why I read so much, and I am a reader, y'all. So that is why I'm always talking and why I always have something to talk about. I'm sorry, but I read like 2 books a month or 4 books a month, just depending on where I'm at.
Right.
How much time.
Because you don't watch a lot of TV.
I don't watch TV. No, if I watch something, it's old.
Yeah.
Everything is old, like Mama's Family.
Right. People sleep on Mama's Family. Yes.
Don't sleep on Mama's Family.
I love Mama's
Golden Girls.
Baby, that's where some of the reads come from.
The other night, Carol Burnett came on and I caught it. I almost lost a kidney.
Pluto. I think it's Pluto TV.
That was so funny to me, but it was.
I think it's Pluto TV. Pluto TV got all the old shows. Yes.
Yes, it does. And so I read, and then I do my own lessons to myself, and we're also on a fast right now. So you just get more clarity that way. And so I just thought about going back to my car. Is how you got that. I was like, this is too big. Like I am really tripping right now. And so I said, somebody in the Bible looked back and died.
Have to look it up.
Google who looked back in the Bible and died.
Yeah.
And it said Lot's wife. And I went to read about Lot's wife.
Yeah. Come on.
Because she was being freed.
Yeah.
No longer chained, but was still had the bondage of what was back here. It killed her.
Yes, it did.
Now use some season.
Don't look back.
Don't look back, y'all. That's so rich, y'all.
It's
like
not
life.
To be, but yeah.
Oh,
thank you, Val.
That excites me. I get excited off this kind of stuff.
Nothing that's back there is for me.
No matter how good it was.
Nope, it's not.
That's
for me.
The thing.
The thing is, you always have your mind, so you always have the memories. But you ain't got to take it with you.
That's where I've struggled. I'm pulling. Come on, baby, you coming with me?
Sometimes I want that part. Not that.
Yeah.
But this part.
Have the memories, but yeah. Come on. No. Okay, so your journals. We kind of
got the term from that.
Now you some seasoning. Stop playing, time. I want some of that old Lots.
Is this Lot wife right here?
Right. I put that on everything.
I put that on everything.
Saucy.
Oh my gosh. Okay, y'all, stop playing.
So with the journals, there was 5 things in my journals that I wrote about, but I wrote about them as if I I wrote about them as if I was there already, although I wasn't there. But I talked about being healed after this. I talked about the encouragement that I wanted to do after this. I talked about the love I wanted to experience after this. I talked about the grief that I was really going through after this. And what else is it? The joy. I talked about the joy I want. So I asked for all of those things back, but I didn't want them back. Once I realized that I wanted all new joy, all new healing, all new love, all new encouragement. I wanted that. And then with the grief, I wanted that to be new too. So I feel like a lot of times when someone dies, we don't deal with it, and we just hold on that for 20 years. Now you're grieving. You become a grieving person. And, like, no matter what, I've seen people that haven't gotten over it, and it's so heavy.
Yeah.
It's so heavy. And I feel like in our community, we haven't been taught to heal. We've just been taught to survive.
Yeah.
And I was over surviving.
Yeah.
My dad was abusive to every woman he used to be with, and the police used to bring me home. Hey, Kush, did you eat? You want to stop by McDonald's? They were so nice to me, but I didn't know why until I started to get older. And I'm like, this is why they were bringing me home, and it was just, that was trauma. My mother being on drugs was trauma, but I didn't know it.
Right.
My best friend getting killed by her husband, that was trauma. My pastor passing was trauma. All type of traumas we in the urban neighborhood suffer, and we're just taught to move forward.
Right.
Go on. When do we heal from it?
Yeah.
So it can stop hurting us and hurting the people behind us. So I created a journal, and then I put sayings in it. I put like quotes of my own, some of other people, some of what people told me. And there's space for you to write, and there's like activities. How do you feel? What did you do for yourself today? Just different type of things in each journal. Yeah.
I'm excited.
So
where can they find these journals?
They can find the journals on my website, which is www.justduanna, DUANNA.com. Or I always have them on hand. Listen, I'm out here like the sock man.
Period. Pop the trunk. Click them.
Yeah, I'm out here.
Rest in peace.
Yeah. Rest in peace.
He died. The sock man.
The sock man?
I didn't never know him. Really?
Wait, now there's plenty.
Right. I'm thinking about Memphis. I'm like, wait, the one here, not the one. No, for real. Oh, I don't know the sock man here. Okay. Wow.
Well, when he passed, the one
everybody know.
I didn't know
he passed away.
My condolences. I didn't know that. I haven't bought socks from a sock man in a long time.
I've been looking for some, but I couldn't find them.
Jesse Blessed, what do you guys have? What do you advise about anxiety? And I think first is to identify anxiety, because I think that's something we never really talked about either.
Same, right.
So I get anxiety. I know, like you said earlier, when you have to speak before people, that nervousness that you feel, or that unsettling feeling, or like you talking, you're like, oh, this is going to happen, this is going to happen. I honestly, like, I can't even.
I think it's like a mind thing.
Everything really is in your mind. Yeah,
it's a mind thing. You got to change your mindset first. So when you change your mindset, you can actually do it, because anxiety is to keep you from doing something that you really fear. You know what I'm saying? So once you change your mindset about the fear around actually doing it, you can do it.
Yeah.
And then when you do it, you see it's like, okay, what's so bad after all?
You got to embrace it. Bertell said you have to embrace it to erase it.
Yes. That's our biggest battleground to our mind. We store everything.
Yep.
And there's no one up there but us and us.
Us. Ain't that dumb?
And so we battle each other, right?
You ain't lying. Wrecking your brain. Like,
I'm reading the Battlefield of the Mind by Joyce Myers, and I'm only on chapter 2, and I'm telling you, like, the revelation, and it's so simple. Read it. It's so simple, y'all. Like, the fear of the unknown, I've been hearing it for years, and I understand and how to break it down, but that is so powerful, because we literally talk ourselves. That's where anxiety and depression and doubt comes from. Self-loathing, all that stuff is us. I told my mama last night, it's a different kind of anger and frustration to know I can't point my finger and say, well, Fee is the one that's stopping me from doing this, or Duanna is the one that's stopping me from doing this. No, it's different when it's you.
Me.
And you're able to see that I'm the one that's held me back all these years because of my own self-doubt. Like, once you learn to take grips on that, And I'm still struggling with it, but I'm learning, like I said, day by day. I'm not overloading my plate.
Right.
Today, if I read a chapter, if I read 2 pages of my book, if I write my thoughts down in the morning, I may not get to it tonight, but I wrote it down in the morning. If the first thing I do is not reach for my cell phone and I give thanks to my Creator, I give thanks for being able to breathe, I've done something more than I've done last year or I've done yesterday. So it's the small things. Sometimes we take on too much at one time.
But where did you get self-doubt from?
Myself.
Why?
Like I said, I was entering that place of explaining it, but like, I posted something on my Pretty Big Deal page about me as a child, and
it comes from other people.
Right.
Exactly. That's what I was getting to.
It comes from other people.
The rejection and the sense of abandonment and people just being like, oh yeah, I'm done with you. That was set in very early on. So now I don't consider myself have been a people pleaser, but I like to make sure that I'm thorough in my relationships, and and I know where you are with me, so I want to like you like me, you good? Not that I want to make sure
but we shouldn't have to question that,
right?
I feel like that's a thing, and it shouldn't be. Because like I said, if you're my friend, I know where you are.
Right.
Like I don't talk to my friends every day. And for me to pick up my friend, for the first thing for them to say is, you always busy. You ain't never got time. I am trying to, my family doesn't have a legacy to leave.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to create one. So I'm always going to be busy trying to build my brand.
And if either you're not busy enough.
If you're not busy enough, if I'm not busy enough, I'm begging. And what I want my family can give to me.
Right. If I'm not busy enough, I'm begging.
I'm begging. If I'm not busy, I'm begging.
For time or attention, for something. Come on.
No, I feel self-doubt, self-esteem, like I said the other day, all has been passed to us from someone else that didn't believe in themselves or did not like their self. And then they passed it on to you. And here you are passing it on to your kids and passing it on to this person. You are wrong to be passing that crap around like a baton. I don't want it. That's why I don't know what people's perception is about me. I don't ask.
You don't look for it, and your surroundings are so tight. You don't even. That's what I'm saying. Like I see it in my head. You know how you just have this shield around you. Like everyone around you is so.
Now I have raw people. Like my sister is raw.
Yeah.
She'll tell me like, "Hey, that was a little harsh." Okay, well, I'm sorry.
But I'm saying like the negative stuff. It don't make it. It don't make it to you.
I don't hang with anyone that's negative.
Yeah.
Anybody that has anything negative to say, I usually cut it off. I talk with Z all the time. I don't do negative with you, do I? I don't have anything negative to say. That's not a part of me.
And that's what happens when you get around a certain group of people. That same behavior, like you don't even feel comfortable even coming up with that type of we ain't cussing on this episode like that. That type of stuff don't even come up. You know what I'm saying? Like I feel uncomfortable even want to entertain some mess and drama, unless we're talking about reality TV. But like within the circle of people that we know like that, you become. I can't even do that because this is not so that same group of people. Yeah. And then I'm almost 40. So I don't know when you put away childish things, and at one point we all were there, but if you are still doing that same stuff today, it's something about you. Like, that ain't right.
I need to point out any millionaire that's gossiping.
They too busy being millionaires. They're too busy being millionaires.
Too busy being a millionaire. Yeah. Too busy being wealthy. Too busy spending time with my family. Too busy spending time with genuine friends.
Right.
On vacation.
Yes.
Whatever it may be. Yes. But I'm too busy for here and her and he said.
Right. I think about that all the time with celebrities. Like looking at all the comments and people who they can post a picture of them smiling and it's going to be a whole storyline built from that. Yes. But what if they took the time, which some of them do, and they'll say it, but they took time to read all those comments, they probably would be in a effed up place. But they too busy doing and moving and shaking and sit and read all these comments. So if we can't handle it on our level, but see, and I always say that I challenge people on social media. Why are we always talking about celebrities? Why we don't never talk about the people who we know? Like
that's why
publicly.
I always try to put out people that I know. Usually, like
I do that all the time.
Just show them love. I just always try to show love. How I have grown and how everyone that's on my friend list have helped me is by love. Y'all have shown me love. That is a huge support to me, and that is what I needed. And that's why I say I love y'all for real.
Yeah.
It's not that I'm in love with you, but as you being a person, L, as Z being a person, as Phoebe, I love, and I just met her, but I love her. I'm not in love with her.
Yeah.
If something happened to Phoebe, I care.
Right.
What we need to do.
Exactly.
If you say you my people, I care. I want to take care of you.
Right.
How I would think you would take care of
Absolutely.
me if I was in need.
Right.
But we have become so selfish. Where it's just me, let me get it first, let me.
The survival.
Listen, how I've been making it is being a giver.
Right.
And because I am a giver, I have not lacked anything.
Of your time, of your emotion.
I haven't lacked
all
anything.
That. Right.
I don't have a want for anything.
That's a blessing.
It's a true blessing.
And that's not all. It's not all. In material things.
Nope. Oh, no.
Like abundantly.
Girl, my material things be coming from like Amazon.
Period.
Hello.
Yeah. And I click on the little 5% savings little box too. I want all the extra savings.
I do
all that.
Yes.
But that goes back to, what we was talking about last time. Like changing that. From people being so selfish. Like speak to people that you don't know. Just kind of change that.
That's a whole nother cultural and
it is
demographic.
It is because we so used to just being.
We be like, what she want?
Right.
Why she's? We talked about that before.
I speak and keep on going.
Yeah.
However you feel about it is how you feel about it. But you may have needed me.
But I'm making my business to do that.
And that's it. And how you that's none of my business.
Right.
But listen, karma is a true thing. And I know when I needed somebody to speak to me. I know when I need somebody to be there for me. You get what I mean?
Right.
So I want to put good karma out.
Right.
That's right.
And that's with everybody.
Because I'll get it in 2 months when I really need it.
Okay.
Yeah, we've been on here. I want to wrap up, but we need to wrap up a little bit. What's one thing that you tell the young Duana?
Yeah.
You can go back. What would you tell the young Duana?
I would tell her, just do it.
Just do it again.
Just do it. I feel like even though my grandmother did tell me to do it and tell me back then I did have a fear of what people thought, or not fear, but I did care about what they thought and thought I wasn't good enough because no one else was doing it.
Right.
So I used to create T-shirts and jeans for people when we were like in middle and high school before like all the ripped jeans came out, or I'll just take something and trace a character on the shirt and sell it, or I always did something. And so I just wish a few things I would have stuck with. You know what I mean?
You were ahead of your time.
Yeah. And so I always done it. But because, that was a problem. They made me feel like that was a problem. Me being ahead of my time, they made me feel like that was a problem. So because of that, I slowed down on it.
You weren't around the right people.
That's right.
Right,
and
to cultivate that.
It wasn't. Because they were younger. They didn't understand. But here I am being raised by my grandmother who's like, nope, do this. Nope, do that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And so I was just
Grandma
like,
knew.
She did.
Yeah. Grandma knew.
And so, but it was other
But
people
grandma
that
wasn't
was
trending.
Right.
That didn't know.
Yeah.
And so, yeah.
This is so good, y'all. And I'm really trying to refrain this conversation I had with my mama, y'all. We talked for like an hour and a half. And like I said, I don't know where it came from, but she talked about that in her generation. She didn't have people. They didn't have people to cultivate them to keep going. And my mom and dad, I told her, you sparked my love of books and to be in office settings and to, to write, pretty. What happened? And she was just like, self-doubt. So like you said earlier, it's passed down from generation. My therapist said it, like your children are going to form themselves, but some stuff you're going to pass down through them. You know what I'm saying, to them.
Your children are a reflection of you.
Yes. And right, exactly. So that was refreshing for me to hear my mama speak those things out to me and be able to trust me with her vulnerability, because that answers so many of my questions about why. I'm like, how you going to get that? What? So how you going to write a book report? Like, and to hear her saying that was just so dope to me. And to hear her saying how her mom, she did what she can do and she don't hold it against her, but she didn't know how to tell her to go to school, go ahead, and you have this gift for knitting. Go ahead and take this class. She didn't know to tell her that. So, yeah, do it anyway.
Do it anyway.
Mama Val just put on there that Joyce Myers has a book out that says "Do It Afraid." Facing your courage. I want to read that next.
You can write in it too.
Okay.
I think that's the one you can write in.
She got every book that you can ever imagine. I swear to God.
I want to be a Brown Joyce
and it's
Myers.
sad because I should be doing
Come
that.
on here,
like
speak that.
I do want to be like a Brown Joyce.
Well,
Myers.
somebody spoke it for you already.
So, yeah, I want to be so great. So here's the thing I think about since losing someone so close to me. I always think about what my obituary is going to say.
Yeah.
Because you have to sum up someone's life
in
paragraphs or pages.
Right.
I want it to be pure entertainment.
Mm-hmm.
I wanted she lived.
Right.
She did. I don't care if she didn't stick with it. She
right. She was found doing something.
Because you have to do a lot of things until you can find your one
That's
thing.
true.
Right.
And you not knowingly, this is my one thing. Why the heck would I shield myself? Why would I be so scared of it if this is what's going to do it for me?
That's another book that I had started reading. I have called The One Thing. Yep. It's the one thing that you were put here to do. Mm-hmm. Like I have some, like y'all, if I really, really did what I was supposed to do like 5 years ago, all these self-help books that I have and just my own experience, but like I said, it's been me. And I ain't beating myself up about it.
No, don't beat yourself up about
this pandemic, like I told my mom last night, it gave everybody time to sit and be quiet and really listen to what was going on in your head, your heart, all of that. So we may not have made no moves last year. Some of us just were able to get up and just be. That's fine.
But this was like a reset.
It was definitely a reset.
This was like a reset. I know it was for me because I had a lot of time to reflect and think about stuff that was important.
Right.
That I should have did when, but yeah.
Like you said, you have the present. It's never too late. Adi has that song and I play it every day. It's never too late. I'm featured on the song. Y'all make sure y'all check it out.
Okay.
But it's never too late. It's never too late, y'all, to start where you are. We wasted a lot of time and we did a lot of stuff that we shouldn't have. But hey, we have today. Pick up and do what you can today. Yeah. Make your mark. Definitely a big reset. And I said that at New Year's Eve. We look at the date as a new year, but it could be whenever. Mm-hmm. But this is just a collective restart for everybody. But a new year is in your mind. It's whenever you decide to start over again.
Very true.
So.
And the new year doesn't matter if you're still going to be the
same person. Right. Exactly.
So
you're going to make the same choices. Oh, my
gosh. So before we wrap up, I wanted to, what advice would you give someone who has lost a spouse or went through something similar to yours? Well, to you.
Well, each journey is different, of course. But I'll say face it.
Yeah, give resources and all that.
You have to face it. So what I did is I found a therapist. I know in the Black community we do not go to therapy, but I love therapy. Mm-hmm. I recommend therapy. It didn't heal me, but it started me on my journey to healing, and that was helpful. It brought up other things as well, but it helped me to face what I didn't want to face.
Right.
And if I didn't go, I feel like I'll still be running.
Mm-hmm.
So see, it's free resources out here. It's a huge community out here dedicated to helping African American people.
Tap in. Yes, come on here.
Tap into that. Tap into that. Because if not, you wait till it's too late, and now you 60 and you pissed and causing everybody else hell because you didn't deal with your stuff.
Yep.
My kids would not know about my stuff. They weren't here.
They're not supposed to.
And now if they ask mommy, was it somebody before daddy? It was.
Yeah.
They want to know Lamar will. This is what.
Right.
But if they don't ask, they won't know.
Exactly.
That's just a part of the book.
Right.
It's not the book.
Right. I feel that. That was good.
Lord, it was something in my head. And I was.
Don't you hate that?
Because I went to what she was saying, and I just went all in my own life.
That's why I go straight to my notes. I know. Let me put this in here.
Oh, this was so good, y'all. This is so good. Lord, I really wanted to say what I had, but it's there, but it'll come up.
What was it about?
I honestly, I go so deep in my head sometimes, I have to pull myself out. It's really. Yeah, it's in there somewhere. I'll post it. We'll
right.
I'll post it somewhere. Where can listeners connect with you? I know you don't. Do you have a business page? I know you have a Instagram and your website.
Listen, people have took over my personal page, so I'm trying to figure out if that can be over to a business page. Mm-hmm. But if not, I am on Facebook as Duana Glosson, Glosson. I am on Instagram as Leading Lady. Those are my 2 main pages that I actually just post on or is active on. I have to really get hold of managing those 2 before I create more. So, but those are my 2 pages that I typically post on or try to encourage people.
All right, Leading Lady
and Duana Glosson.
Yeah. So y'all make sure you all follow her. I don't know if it's most mornings. I'll say that. Don't go looking every morning.
I am Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday.
Okay, so you're every other day.
Yeah, I'm every other day. Yeah. Because when COVID hit, I was like, ooh. I just needed some breaks.
Right.
And I was just trying not to overwhelm and overdo. But yeah, so I do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And I missed this Wednesday because I thought it was Tuesday and it was Wednesday.
It was all
and then on
messed up.
Thursday, I went for Wednesday and it was, so I'm sorry.
That's okay. No apologies.
But typically I'm on.
Okay.
So,
New week.
Yeah, so you all make sure you all support this queen. That's what my question was, the support factor. And I heard you talking about your friend circle.
Look how it came back.
Yes, because I know this is something for me personally, connecting with like spirits and people who are moving and shaking and not being intimidated. That was a big thing for me at one point in season, is being intimidated to sit with women who are doing something. I've shied away from, even hanging out with Aziza just because I feel like I don't have anything to offer. I know. Kill me, literally slap me in my face.
But that's a thing, though.
I'm being honest. Like,
it is a thing, because you let it become a thing.
It's all me.
Yeah.
But how do you
What do you do for yourself? What are your I am statements?
I am beautiful. I am all that. I am blessed. I'm kind. I am open. I'm generous. I'm a pretty big deal.
And you are enough.
Worthy.
That's
You're
right.
also worthy.
Yes.
So your worth, Aziza's worth,
yeah.
His worth, and we all have different worths.
Right.
But that doesn't make us any less worthy.
Right. Right.
And you have to realize your worth, because if you don't, no one else will.
Right.
That's why people can't tell me nothing about me. I'm not hearing it.
Right.
And they're not going to bring it to me anyway.
Right.
And how they feel, everyone is entitled to their opinion.
True.
But when you know who you are, people can't say who you ain't.
Don't take it personally. One of the 4 agreements.
That's not it.
And I think for me, it was like my worth, I was looking for it in your capacity, like the capacity that you are. You know what I'm saying? Like, you doing this. But all I had to offer is my smile and my laugh and my little quirky joke. I'm just, that's just where I was.
I feel you.
And me too, because before where I am right now, I just used to do videos with me walking around, but I started videos of me walking around the track. I used to walk around the track with my best girlfriend, and then that's the same girlfriend that got killed. So that hurt me. And then, so now I'm like, well, I'll just come and do a little video saying good morning. Right. But I wasn't in pain then. I didn't have nothing.
Right.
And then pain hit. And then I knew it was other people in pain as well. How can I share it, but for it not to be bitter, for me not to look broken, for me to look like, so with me encouraging y'all, encourage me. But I had to get it out first,
right? Because
I knew it would come back. It's just a circle. It's the full circle. So I had to give it in order to get it.
Right. But your expectation wasn't in the reaction. It was just to do it.
It was just to do it.
It still was all for you.
I never know the reaction of people of all of that. But even though likes are fine, shares, I am so grateful. Thank you guys. You always are welcome to share with me. Sometimes I forget to make it public. Sorry. But it's the reaction I get from people when I'm out.
Yeah. That you don't know.
See, my mom doesn't know how like big I am, so to speak, to my social media. Or like my grandma. My grandma, like, what do you know all these people?
Yeah, I can relate to that.
I really don't know.
Right.
But I love on them as if I kicked it with them last night.
Me too. Hey, Elle. Like, girl, I am excited. Yeah, because you know me. I'm excited because I'm damn.
Excited. I am always excited. And because listen, you could be here today and gone today or gone tomorrow. I just want to love on people.
Yeah.
It's free.
Right.
Love is free.
And that's what's lacking the most.
More of it.
That's what's lacking the most.
Right, right.
No, I just want to lead with love.
And that's a legacy in itself.
And that's what I'm trying to do.
Change that narrative too.
That's it.
And you're inspiring others to do that. We all are. Like I'm so grateful for the circle of women that I've connected with in the last 2 years, for sure. And those probably been more, but this past 2 years, especially and I say like minds in the sense of, you know, the body image and the confidence. Like, you know, I know I've shared it, you know, with P3. You know, at one point I feel like I was the only plus size girl out there, you know, at least just trying to change the narrative. Right. And then to see these 5 women coming on like, oh, it ain't just what up, you know, so it's not an intimidation. It's not a competition thing, because we all bring different people to this one big coliseum of, like, their whole mission it aligns. And I know that was a big thing for me too. Like, are they doing it? So I'm just gonna follow. No, because it's still different. It's a lot of similarities, but it's so different. Right. It's so different, because they like all body. Like, you know, I ain't there yet, but you know, Aziza, baby,
girl, you there.
She done boosted the confidence with these waist beads. Y'all make sure y'all hit up Jewels of Divine. Y'all hit her up. She got these new rose quartz. Waist beads are so beautiful. I wish we can put pictures on our live, but
they don't look right on me.
Yes, what do you mean? What? You see this?
Where you wearing them on your thigh?
I'm just like, I don't have a waist. I don't.
You need to set up a consultation with Aziza.
Let me get them.
And put you some stones and
girl, I had got
charms.
Some. I was like, what? Oh no.
No, you need to go to Aziza.
Enough.
Yes, but I'm just saying, like, connect with like women and don't be afraid and intimidated by someone else's moves they're making. Find inspiration. I'm not intimidated by anybody, but I'm gonna be inspired by everybody. I'm gonna find something to be inspired about.
But I feel like your troop or your camp, they also won't make you feel a certain way. You know what I mean? So you should never, if you're around people that feel a certain way or make you feel a certain type of way, those also aren't your people.
Right.
Know your people.
Right.
Like all of my, like one day my people, how do I look to you? Hell, I don't know. I don't want to date you.
Yeah.
You look like a girl. You got parts like a girl. Like, not how a man would see you, how I would see. All my friends are beautiful. I don't care if they strongly featured or not. Y'all beautiful. Okay?
I love the way.
Period. I ain't
right.
do nothing with you.
Yeah.
Period. Me and you are friends for a different reason than you and you can be friends.
Absolutely.
Yeah. We feel that.
Anything that you want to wrap up with, you want to leave with the people that we hadn't talked about?
I just want to say, be who you are. Be who you are and enjoy it. Life is so long, but it's also really short. But if you don't die tomorrow, you got one more chance to do it. And that's what I'm looking for every day. Another chance to do it. I get one more chance. One more chance.
Whatever that
it is, right?
Or it's is.
You got one more. So
yes.
Darling.
Yes. Y'all make sure you all follow her. Like, I'm going to get those journals. I want them all, but I got waiting on that this stimulus check is about to really make me. What is this stimmy at? Y'all see that meme? That video I put up.
There, Mr. Man. Ain't no stem.
That video, the pimp running down the stairs.
Do you have some journals with you? My mom said.
I do.
Oh,
I guess, ma'am.
Text her.
Yes, I do.
Like, yes, she do.
Yes, she has them on hand. So make sure you inbox her or go to the website. You can order. She has. Do you still have the special going that you had going at one point?
What did I have?
I don't want to say it, and people like, you said that coupon.
Still on there. No, it's still on there. Whatever it was, it's still on there. I haven't changed anything.
Okay, good.
So yeah.
So I think they're 30.
Look for other projects for me. Listen, this is only the beginning.
Yes.
But I had to start, and like I said earlier, even if I'm not number one to other people, I'm the number one in my family. There's no other author. No one has produced anything, so I'm already ahead.
Yeah.
I'm the first.
Come on, which many of us will be.
So people are like, oh, I can't wait for my friends get number one. I'm like, I'm already that. My grandma was so excited. Like, she always wanted to write a book, but
you're already a superstar in there.
Listen, as long as my family celebrate me and the people that really love me, I am okay.
All that matters.
But I do want to go further.
Hello. So, all of us are firsts.
Yeah.
In our families and everything. So we're gonna keep it pushing and keep surrounding ourselves with each other. Y'all make sure you all continue to support Root the Fruit. We are going to be more consistent this year.
Yes,
this is season 2. We're going to be like the little mini series, though. We're going to take a break in April because Fee is going to be getting married. 4, 3, 2, 1. Yes.
The countdown,
level up. Shout out to Whitman in the building.
Okay.
And then I will be delivering or, having my son in April. So we will step away, but we will be consistent up until that point, and then we will pick up when, time is on our side. But you make sure you're following us on Instagram, on Facebook, follow our personal pages, and please, I hope you all took notes or go back to the playback. We will be, this episode will be available on Spreaker, Spotify, Apple Podcast, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. So just make sure that you're following and subscribe to us, and stay in the loop, y'all. This is what Roots of Fruit is. We're going to dig up all these roots of all this stuff, and plant seeds that are going to help us bloom and blossom into beautiful women and men of life.
I'm okay with that.
Yes,
I like being watered, so I do appreciate it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Thank you so much. I love you.
I love you.
I'm so grateful.
I am so grateful.
I saw that picture.
Yes, it was a pleasure.
So I do appreciate you having me on and just being a guest. And I'm just grateful where I am right now that I'm able to tell my story. I didn't cry today at all.
That's good.
And I wanted to. I was ready to. I was like,
don't you start that. Then come over here.
I know.
No, don't start that effect. Goodness.
So.
But I am great. And I feel like that's another way that you know that you're healed or healing. Where the things that once affected you don't affect you anymore.
Right.
So
you can talk about it with a smile.
It's not that they don't affect you as much.
Right.
So,
it's not coming from a painful place.
Yeah.
Place of hurt.
That's good.
Yes. You want to close us? I want you to close us out. Like, I just want them to hear what I hear, because they're going to hear when they start listening to them. But like
the good morning thing.
Yeah. I want you to do the whole.
That's super cute.
Give us a little nugget. Like this is a commercial. Now commercial break.
Good morning. Good morning. Good morning to you. Hey, it is Sunday, and you know how your girl feel about a Sunday. Let go. Listen. You can be anything you want to be, but you first must be real with who you are. I love y'all for real. Darling.
Yes. So we'll talk to y'all next time, y'all. Yes.
That is so. But wait, I'll be finding myself singing it around the house like, "Good morning."
Yes.
Good morning.
It's the laugh for me.
Everyone does.
Oh,
but y'all know what someone just said. Hey, do you realize that you kind of laugh?